1 month ago, on the 15th of December 2023, Hoyoverse announced one of the most controversial things ever. Every Honkai Star Rail player has the chance to receive a free, limited 5-star character, that being Dr. Ratio. This announcement drove the Genshin Impact community and the Honkai Star Rail community even further from apart. They already hated each other, there's no good reason for it. The drama created by this announcement also had no good reason. But why is this so important? And what does it actually mean for the future for Honkai Star Rail? Now, you may think Hoyoverse is way more generous with their Honkai Star Rail community compared to Genshin. And let's keep it 100%. Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. But why exactly is this? You see, Genshin Impact was Hoyoverse's first big game that put them on the stage worldwide. I know they did Honkai Impact 3rd, but let's keep it real. Genshin Impact was and still is a way bigger game. Even though Genshin is their first big game, it was the first game they ever did that was completely open world. Therefore, Genshin Impact was a completely new territory for Hoyoverse, right? So we could just conclude that Genshin Impact is bad because it's open world and Hoyoverse sucks at making open world games. I mean, compared to Honkai Impact 3rd and Honkai Star Rail, both non-open world games, and they are really good. And while this is most certainly true for now, we have to keep in mind that Genshin was Hoyoverse's first open world game. Whenever you do something for the first time, there will be mistakes that you do just because it's the first time, and it's not necessarily bad. You can improve on it. And that is exactly why Hoyoverse is treating the Honkai Star Rail community so much better. This is why Honkai Star Rail players are getting a free, limited 5-star character. Now, Genshin didn't even see a standard banner 5-star unit for free, not even on anniversary events, where it's fairly typical, fairly normal to give out a free 5-star unit, at least from the standard banner. And I am 100% sure this will not be the case for Honkai Star Rail. And Genshin usually gets only a 10 pull as a anniversary gift. And that's crazy because we in Honkai Star Rail are getting that every patch. Every patch since launch, we have been getting one free 10 pull. Genshin Impact players have to wait 1 year for that. So Hoyoverse has improved in that way. They are more generous. But let's keep going because we also have to think about skins. Hoyoverse has released some skins already in Genshin Impact, and I'm sure they will only expand on it in Honkai Star Rail as well. And yeah, you could say Honkai Star Rail is a turn-based game, so it's not worth it because it's not open world, and that's probably one of the dumbest takes I've ever heard. Seriously, think of Azure Lane, the most lewd gacha game, at least somewhat popular gacha game there is. The fan service in that game is just absolutely crazy. And I mean, we're talking about $20 per skin. And the skin is just an image. In the end, your characters are just tiny 2D chibis. But people, for some reason, still buy it. I mean, fan service, right? And let's not even start talking about Azure Lane gameplay, because let's be honest, that cannot be considered true gameplay. Azure Lane is basically just a waifu collector, and I mean, that's fair if you like it. You know, they don't earn money by letting you pull with terrible percentages. They want you to buy sexy new skins for your favorite ship girls. While Honkai Star Rail is not an open world game, I think it's absolutely worth it, both for Hoyoverse and the players, to introduce skins, because it's not really a lot of work and it will make Hoyoverse some good money and us players happy. Now, here's the problem with Hoyoverse skins. The skins they will release will never ever be good fan service. Think of Genshin skins. Let's be honest, all of us wanted to see Raiden Shogun and even Yamiko in a beautiful bikini or cute bunny girl skin. But the thing is, Hoyoverse can't do that. Hoyoverse is a Chinese company that has to oblige to CCP rules, that being Chinese Communist Party. Simply put, the CCP thinks any type of sexualization pornography is a bad drug for the human mind, both in real life and in video games. Even slightly sexualized skins or characters in video games can cause serious trouble, serious issues for Chinese companies. Now, some companies avoid this issue by making two versions of the same skin, one for Chinese players and one for the global community. But here's the issue. Hoyoverse can't do that either. Hoyoverse once released a video for the global, only for the global Honkai Impact 3rd community, and this video showed some pretty good looking bunny suit skins for some of the most popular characters in Honkai Impact 3rd. Now, let's keep in mind this was just a video, just an extra treat for the global community, not real in-game skins. Who would have guessed the Chinese players spotted it? It wasn't really hidden and they were pissed off. You may think this was because the Chinese Honkai Impact 3rd community wanted that too, even though it was just a video, not actual in-game skins. And yeah, that probably played into it as well. But it was way more serious. They accused Hoyoverse of catering to Western sexual preferences. And there was even drama in Genshin about something similar. When Shenhe was introduced as the next 5-star character, the Chinese community, the Chinese Genshin Impact community, went absolutely crazy because her belly button was visible through her clothing. Till this day, I don't know what the problem is with that. Seriously. Oh, and yeah, by the way, they changed it so the belly button was not visible anymore. And this, unfortunately, is the reason why we will never have a cute bunny suit Kafka in-game. But we will most certainly have skins in Honkai Star Rail as well. In fact, we saw one already. In patch 1.4, March 7th received a new skin. Now, to be fair, it was only for a few minutes and she changed back into her normal clothes. But why would Hoyoverse make a new skin just to show it for 2 minutes? Or maybe we should say making a new skin is so easy it doesn't matter if it only appears for 2 minutes. I am also absolutely sure that March 7th skin will reappear on the anniversary event for Honkai Star Rail, probably as a free gift, as a free skin. And in addition, they will most likely do a paid skin for a standard banner 5-star unit. Since Hoyoverse improved being generous, well, let's say started being generous in Honkai Star Rail, I'm pretty sure skins will come too. We just have to be a bit more patient. But it's not all gifts and generosity where they improved. No, they improved even in game. Specifically, I am talking about relics and artifacts. Farming artifacts or relics in Honkai Star Rail is a pretty painful thing every player has to go through. While Hoyoverse did improve some aspects about relic farming, there are also things they didn't improve. In Genshin Impact, we had to farm 5 artifacts per character. In Honkai Star Rail, unfortunately, we have to farm 6 of them. And farming 1 relic more is quite a bit more painful because farming relics and farming artifacts in Genshin is just pure RNG. Whenever you farm relics, you get 1 of 2 relic sets. You are rolling the dice on which main stat is on the relic piece. You are rolling the dice on which substats there are on the relic piece. And last but not least, more often the deal breaker if a relic is really good or usable or not is whenever you upgrade it, right? Because every 3 levels you upgrade a relic, 1 specific substat increases its value as well. And while we don't have official numbers provided by Hoyoverse, I am pretty sure with getting substats and upgrading them, the odds are stacked against us. It just feels so much more likely to get flat HP, flat defense, flat attack instead of crit damage, crit chance, or even speed. Same with upgrading. But this might not be all as bad as it sounds. I mentioned they improved some things with relic farming in Honkai Star Rail as well. Because yes, both Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail give you the option to craft some relic pieces as well. In Genshin Impact, we can choose a relic set and craft. In Honkai Star Rail, we can not only choose the relic set, but also the specific piece we want. If we need a new helmet, we craft a helmet. If we need boots, we get some boots. If that would not be already helpful enough, if we have the necessary materials for it, we can also choose the main stat. And at least for me, whenever I am crafting some new relic pieces and using this item called self-modeling resin, the substats are pretty damn good as well. And Hoyoverse is still improving on this. You see, in the past, we had to wait for new events to get more self-modeling resin. But since I believe update 1.6, we are now able to purchase it in the MOC store. That being the Memory of Chaos shop. And we can farm the necessary currency in Pure Fiction, the newest endgame mode, and Memory of Chaos. At least if your characters are good and don't suck like mine, and you have a decent choice, a decent pool of characters you can choose of, which I can't as well because I got screwed every 50-50. In theory, we could not only get new skins or more skins, maybe these skins will add new voice lines and maybe even new animations and even new weapon types. You see, they improved in this way as well. Hoyoverse restricted themselves, in Genshin Impact at least, with having very few weapon types. By introducing light cones, Hoyoverse got rid of this problem. Light cones are just basically extra buffs and boosts for your characters, while not locking them to just one weapon like Genshin with swords, great swords, and bows. We have characters that use robots, that use guns, that use guitars, heck, even a giant pizza cutter. But also even smaller things they did actually improve in my opinion. Let's think of adult males in Genshin Impact, specifically their model. We had crazy new trailers for new characters in Genshin Impact, and then they were just a copy paste of the same model and they slapped a new texture on it. I will never forget how they ruined Arasaki Ito for me by presenting him as this jacked dude, like really strong dude, and then giving him spaghetti arms in game. And in Honkai Star Rail, we have a completely different model for Svarog. He's not human, he's a robot. I am pretty sure most of us have seen some pictures of upcoming characters in the future. These don't necessarily look very human. And we already have Svarog in game. And his character doesn't look like Gepard's. I mean, yeah, you can't pull for Svarog necessarily. But let's be honest, Clara is just there crying. Svarog is doing all the work. So while he's not a known character, he's still very present in the game, especially in the combat. So we have a lot to look forward, especially in April this year, because of Honkai Star Rail's anniversary event. I am very much looking forward to it, and I think this game is doing very well. Hoyoverse is improving, is still improving. I may have missed something. Please feel free to mention it in the comments, or put your own ideas and theories in it. And if you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Also check me out on Twitch. I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya.